Ruthie's getting ready to feed her bunny some vegetable scraps.
This is what Clay had the morning breakfast, and every day I save the scraps and then I just give them to the animals. I'm going to give these to the bunnies right now because they're waiting to eat. I'll save a little of this for the guinea pigs.
They're starting to get pretty good size now. They were little tiny things when we got them.
And then I clip them back.
You're going to give that to the guinea pigs? I don't think,
there's not a whole bunch.
I don't know if they like
They
radishes.
drink most of their water.
You'll have to refill it. I've got to go do chores here, so.
So these guys are over here, and I always have them hooked up good. Come on, Brownie and Blackie, have some dinner.
I'd put them right in the dish.
Oh, that's true. That's a good idea. I mean, sometimes they just
Well,
go
you
all
don't
over.
want to.
I didn't know if they'd eat the radish, but we'll find out.
Yeah, they're kind of hot. I eat them, but I don't know if the animals are going to eat them.
I don't think they knew that they could go through that little door at first, because their eyesight isn't that good.
Well, here, let me pull that board because they like standing on that
I'll
board.
hold this for you.
She took the leather, or the. You took all of that. You are a piggy. Put this down in here, and then they can step right on it without.
Oh yeah. Look at, oh, there's Blackie's eating. She's having a good time.
All right.
I need to get
You can put that plate over on the.
I'll put it over here. I need to get oh, what was I going to say? The bunnies need more water, but let's go over and do the chickens.
Yeah, I got to give them some mash. I'm not feeding them on this side now that they all know to go over there.
Okay.
So I'm going to feed them all on the one side. That way I don't have 2 or 3 dishes. I'm just going to take this dish from this side and put it over there.
I forgot to change my shoes, guys. I don't like to wear sandals when it's wet and he mowed. Get grass all over your feet.
Yeah, now they can see how it looks when it's mowed.
Oh, yeah. I wanted him to show the video.
The grass is really tall.
Some weed eating, but it rained.
They got their grass clippings, that's all that matters. What is the matter with you? Awful boisterous today, aren't you? Well, if you're going to eat, you have to go on the other side, because that's where all your, other than this last of this corn you didn't clean up.
Oh, I see the ramp you built. I didn't get to see that.
Yeah. Now the fat boy won't fall and knock it over.
Which is our big,
Gunther.
Yes.
Oh,
it's our big turkey.
he comes sliding down that board, and I was afraid he was going to break his neck.
It's just like that chicken there almost slid down. Oh, and there he is. The pain in the butt.
Shorty?
Shorty. Oh my goodness. I gotta tell you a really funny story. Earlier today, I was on the phone with my sister, Patty. Oh my goodness. He came in the house soaking wet. He wants to jump on my lap. I jumped up because he was soaking wet, dropped my computer, and the phone. My mother rang in at the same time. It was so funny. Shorty, you made me laugh. He was soaking wet. So fence repair needs to be done. If you have any type of little farm, be prepared to learn to be a handyman. There's always repair work. Items we're collecting for cages. And clay mulch that tree over there.
Well, if I need any of the grass for the chickens, I can always take a couple handfuls.
Yeah, just keeps the weeds down, and we had so much grass. I'm gonna lay this empty plate there.
See, they don't even like that whole corn now that it's spring. They'd rather have that in the winter.
Show the
Now it's time to get cracked corn instead of whole corn.
Oh, cracked corn instead of whole
Cracked
corn?
corn, mash, and wheat is what I feed during the summer.
And where's Fat Boy?
He's right there.
Show the pheasant too. The baby pheasant.
That's in the garage.
Oh, he's in the garage. I keep thinking the baby pheasant isn't there, but he's in our garage brooder. So many critters. And if you saw our newborn kitten video, which you can go back a few and see that, I got a call yesterday, and it's so funny because a farmer called and he said, I need those kittens. So all my kittens already have homes. So that was kind of cool. He said he had some kittens, but neighbors kept petting them, and so they kept leaving. So he needed some more barn cats and in the house cats and whatever else he needed them for. So farmers need cats for all types of things. So they have a job on our farm too. They keep the predators down and they help us with our garden. We've had a really nice garden because all the cats ate all the moles that were in the yard. So all the kittens have homes.
Hang on, I'm coming.
See, they're all waiting. They know he's coming. It's feeding time. Not that they're ever without food.
Well, they got food in here, but it's not the best lighting in that barn. I don't like leaving the lights on for them all the time. All right, I'm coming. I'll give you in the turkey pan first. Hey guys, gather.
The excitement has begun.
Okay, time for the feeding frenzy. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, watch my step in here. It's kind of slippery. All right. We're going to give them 2 pans because the turkey and the guinea hen tend to take over that till they're done eating, and then the chickens get what's left. Well, this way there's 2 pans there instead of 1. I was feeding them 1 on each side. All right.
Do you have everybody fed here?
Everybody's fed and everybody's watered. I'm gonna sit down for a minute.
I have to go feed the or give some water to the rabbits.
Oh, we'll do that before we walk in. They're good.
Okay.
They've got. Have a seat.
It might be wet.
Yeah, it's not wet. Air dried it off.
Oh, how about I sit in that chair?
No, you'll be fine. Won't kill you. Oh.
What doesn't kill me will make me stronger.
Make you stronger, yeah.
Well, why don't you video and I'll go water them? Because
Yeah.
I'm cold. I'll be right back.
Keep getting in the way, Gunther. How is everybody going to be able to see the babies eating? In their feeding frenzy with you standing in front of it, mister. There. That garden hose is right in the way, though. I gotta get up and move that. There we go. Sorry about all the quick movements, but I had to get up to do it. Now the turkeys are coming over to this pan. At least Wilma is. She doesn't seem to be bothering the chicks, though. Gertrude bothers the chicks. She doesn't like the chicks in her food dish. The other ones are in their dish over there. I guess some of the chicks are getting some out of there too, so I guess it's not too bad. And Gunther, he doesn't eat with everybody. He pretty much waits till everybody's done, then he goes and fills himself. I don't see him eat very often, but I know he's eating because he's quite fat, and you can see the feathers he's molting the feathers on his breast. His breast is getting where it's almost bare. You can see them with you turn, see the bare spots on it where their feathers are molting out. And molting means they drop their feathers for the new feathers to come in case you don't know what molt is. Boy, I'm tired. It's been a long day. See how big the Seabright chicks are. I put everybody together this weekend, Memorial Weekend. The Brahmas are, some of them are still tiny, but other ones are great big. And they're only 6 weeks old. And in the incubator in the house, we had so far one baby turkey hatched, and it's white. So I don't know what that means, whether it's Wilma's baby or if it's one of them had a white mother. I don't know. A white father, but of the adult birds. For the genetics. And if it's a tom, it's definitely going to freezer camp. There's only room for one tom, isn't there, Gunther? Betty's still on her nest in the barn. They broke a bunch of eggs. I think she's down to like 12 or 13 eggs. She had 24, so it's kind of hard to cover up that many. She probably stepped on some of them. As long as she hatches out a few, I don't care. Wilma's laying eggs in a box, and Gertrude's laying her eggs underneath one of them white tubs with the hole in it over on the other side. So still the chances of having more turkeys set. All I really want to get is maybe 6 or 7 for us to have meat for the winter. Few of these Brahmas are going to go in the freezer if we get an overabundance of roosters. I know we got quite a few hens, so it'll depend on what we get by fall. We've got that automatic chicken plucker that I built a couple of years ago. All right, kids, quit fighting. Just like a bunch of kids, got to fight over stuff.
While I was gone, I decided to have a baby.
You had a baby? That's Larry, isn't it?
I'd love to keep Larry. He has so much personality, but...
He's the ugliest of all the
Oh,
kittens.
he is so...
He's got a...
Here, show how sweet he is.
No, he's got a dog muzzle. He's got a long muzzle
look
like
how sweet he is. Isn't he pretty?
pretty
Larry.
colored, but
He's a sweet little baby.
he's got the longest nose on a cat I've ever seen.
He's got the most personality. That's for sure.
Well, now back to the important stuff.
Oh, they're all important.
No,
He just says that to mess with me, guys. Be assured.
I'm not a big cat fan. I like cats, but not.
Not like
I
me.
like the birds more.
It's hard to believe that those white birds, the Brahmas,
Mhm.
are just chicks.
Yeah, they're just chicks. They're only 6-week-old chicks. All right, stop fighting.
They lay eggs even all. They're actually,
Those little sea brights are bullies. See how big them Brahmas are to them sea brights, and the sea brights chase them off and peck at them and everything else. Right now they're eating high protein land mash. They shouldn't be. I got a bag of corn and oats in the car. I've got to get out of the car, but it's been so wet. I don't drag all the feed out of the car when it's wet. And then they're going to eat corn and oats, which is a mash. And the next time we buy corn is going to be cracked corn, because they like the cracked corn during the summer. It's good scratch feed. In the winter, they love that whole corn because it's got a live germ in it and it helps keep them warm. But in the summer, they just doesn't, or they're pretty active, so they want to break down that kernel with grit and that. In the winter, they just sit around and digest anyways. But in the summer, they like to get out there and forage for grass and bugs, and the whole kernel corn doesn't appeal to them. But you see how big these babies have got. These are the little babies that were all in with the Brahma chicks when we first got those. They're the ones we got at that auction the 1st of April. And we're getting towards the end of May, so they're almost 8 weeks old, those guys are. Brahma's this Saturday, it'll be 7 weeks. Guess we didn't get those till the, what was it, the 7th or 8th of April?
April 6th.
When we got the Brahmas?
Yeah, because the same day we got the
Well,
Brahmas,
they were a week late, remember?
well, the same day the kittens and the Brahmas came. Remember
No.
We came home from the auction.
We came home from the auction, the
We got
kittens
them,
were born.
We got them like the week
I bought
before.
the sea brights the same time the kittens were born. And we had the sea brights, and then 3 days later the Brahmas came. So it was almost the 7th or 8th when we got the Brahmas. So they're probably almost 7 weeks old now. I'd have to sit down and figure it all out. Get the calendar out. And there's the little silver sea bright rooster. The only silver we got with all these golden. And they're all starting to learn how to crow. don't know where my big white rooster is. He must be over on the other side.
Well, that could be. The blue, well, you told about how all the guinea hens died except that
Well,
one blue.
they were probably old because when people go to the auction, they take all their old stuff to get rid of it. And we lost 3 of them guinea hens. The only one left.
Oh, look, they're playing football.
The little blue guinea hen over here, the female. What are they doing? They're running around with worms?
Football. You told me they play football.
Yeah.
See her?
It's more like keep away. One of them has something in their mouth, the other ones will chase it to get it away from them. You want to have some fun with your chickens? Give them a raw piece of bacon. It's greasy, and they don't have time to stand still and eat it. You can see these guys chasing each other. It's funny. Trying to get everything away from each other. Try not to move the camera too fast, but you can see what I'm talking about. If they've got a piece of bacon, they don't have time to eat it, and they'll run around the fence, and when they go to stop to try to eat it, another one will grab it out of their beak and run off with it, and it's like watching a football game or a thing of keep away. It's quite entertaining. Maybe we'll do a video on it next time Miss Ruthie does bacon. I'll have her keep one strip out. Try backing this off, maybe we get a bigger shot of these guys chasing each other around. They're still chasing each other around to get that worm or whatever that one's got. Over in this corner here, there they go. Two white chickens. Every time the one stops, the other one tries to take it away. But with the bacon, you've got all of them chasing each other. It's like 30 chickens chasing one chicken around. It's a lot of fun. And yes, the bacon doesn't hurt them. Raw bacon doesn't hurt them. Because chickens are natural scavengers. And they don't just eat bugs and feed. They'll eat meat. If they get a chance. Boy, they're having a blast chasing each other around over there. But you can see how big they are compared to the turkeys, so they're gaining in size. Gertrude's going in to go over to the other side. They need to get used to eating on this side. And then they'll all come out. They're all just starting where they're going in at night inside the barn. All right, stop your fighting. And Gunther doesn't even look twice at these chickens. He's too busy wanting his females. Those little chickens running in and out of his feathers and underneath his legs, and he doesn't even care. He just tries to find Gertrude. He follows her back and forth all day and night. Doesn't let her out of his sight very often. He's mainly parading out here because we're out here. And there's the blue guinea hen. Right there. Behind that turkey. Yep. I was hoping some of the eggs in the incubator were going to hatch because we had a few guinea hen eggs in there, and if they don't hatch by tomorrow, I guess it's time to throw the eggs out. We did get the one turkey and one pheasant out of there. Wish we'd have got more, but like the old saying goes, don't count your chickens before they hatch. A lot can go wrong in an incubator. We had a power outage for an hour or so a couple weeks ago. And that could have done something. The humidity fluctuating could have done something. There's a lot of complications. All right, we've been just about 27 minutes or so, so we're gonna let this video cool off and we'll upload it so you get a chance to see it. And just wanted to show you how big everybody was getting and how they're beginning to share, except for these greedy little golden sea brights. They don't want anybody near their food when they're eating. Now they're done eating, so. And I've got this, the bucket water. I've got 2 of those in there. So they've got 10 gallons of water at all times. You see the turkeys drinking out of it. And what it is just those rubberized pans that you get at Tractor Supply and a bucket. I used the buckets from Lowe's. You need a bucket and you need a lid. And you drill a half-inch hole below, set your bucket in your pan and have the hole just below the top of the pan and drill the hole all the way through it, a half-inch hole. Then you turn the bucket right side up, take the lid off in it, fill it with water, and then turn it upside down in the pan, and it'll create the water will run out of the hole till it creates a vacuum, and it'll stop just before it starts overflowing. And I think I've got, well, I've had these pans, so I paid like $6 or $7 at the auction for those, and the buckets are about $2.50 with the lid. So I mean, I've got some cheap waters out of them, and you can move them anywhere you want to put them. This fence gets really good shade from this big tree, so it's usually nice and shady over here during the summer, so the water doesn't get overheated. On the other side, it's direct sun, so what I'm going to do there is I'm going to take a kiddie pool and drill holes in the bottom so the water can drain out of it, and take some play sand and put in there so the chickens can dust themselves over in the sun, or lay in the pan with the sand in it so that they can sun themselves. Give them some fun things to do. Chickens like to dust themselves in the dirt and sand to keep the bugs and that off them. The biting insects, mosquitoes, mayflies, things like that bother them. Of course, they'll also eat them, but the guinea hens, they'll eat ticks. So, and the little chickens will eat ants and all kinds of stuff. So it keeps the barnyard pretty well clear of pests. They'll eat baby mice, chickens will. They'll eat little snakes. The guinea hens will eat bigger snakes. They eat spiders. All the things that the young ladies and the elderly ladies are afraid of, so. Every time you hear Ruthie scream, there's either a spider or a bug or something that gets her attention. Alright, this has been long enough, and we'll do another video here and there. And you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.